guys, it's Amanda here from Faithfully Homemade, and today I'm going to show you a handful of activities that you could do to teach teen numbers. And these activities include the numbers 11 and 12 because they're considered part of the teen family when you teach by families. So it'll be numbers 11 through 19. And all of these activities come from my Early Learners Math Curriculum, Unit 2. And I'll show you real quick some other things that also come with this curriculum. Here's Unit 1. I'm going to flip over to Unit 2. First part of Unit 2 is the teacher's guide. I printed the teacher's guide small like this so I could just have it all on one page. And basically it gives me a list of the interactive worksheets, and I can kind of keep a grade on the kids on how well he's doing with that. It has here my teacher's guide. I can do a checkoff list of all the different activity centers. Here it has a skills checkoff list. So the skills in this unit are going to be counting numbers 11 through 19, count before and after 11 numbers, one more and one less for numbers 11 through 19, names of numbers 11 through 19, tally marks for numbers 11 through 19, and numbers 11 through 19 representations like with dice, dominoes, dots, 10 frames, base 10 blocks, pictures, and etc. So, and then it just has a couple other things for my lesson planning and stuff like that. So that's the first part. There's also a test with each unit. So here's Unit 2 test, and it's all working with teen numbers, as you can see that. So there's 2 pages to the unit test. Then the next section I have in here are the reference charts. Each unit has reference charts. So these are the reference charts for the teen numbers. As you can see, these dinosaurs have these spikes that they can count, and they equal the number 13. And then there's also a representation here on the 10 frames for each teen number. So those are the reference charts that we will be using. And then these are the interactive worksheets we'll be using, and I'll just give you a quick overview of those and what they look like. This one is, they're going to be practicing what number comes next, so they'll cut out the numbers, the teen numbers, and then put them next. So 14, they'll put 15, 16 here, and so on. They'll glue them on. This one where they have to count the 10 frames and put the matching teen number. Here's a choo-choo train one where they're going to look at the different types here of the numbers. You can see that, and then they have to count them, like if it's tally marks or dice or dominoes, and then glue them onto the proper train. And they have that for each of the teen numbers. So this page is page numbers 11, 12, 13. Here's 14, 15, 16, and here's 17, 18, and 19. And then there's ordering the teen numbers. So they're going to cut out all of these coins, and then they're going to glue them on the pigs in order. So this will be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Glue them in order on the pigs. And there's another one of those. Here they're going to cut out the bubbles and glue them in order on the tub ducks. Here's a roll and trace. So they're going to roll a die, and then they're going to trace a number word. Here's another one with number words. They're going to color in the box for, this is like a basketball one. They're going to color in the box for each of the number words. So 15, they'll have to read it and then color in 15, and so on. This one is counting and coloring in the box, and it's robots. So you can see here it's got like gears and just different like robots and some other kind of bolts and things like that. So teen number box. So that was the last one. So those are the interactive worksheets. And then now I'm going to show you the activity centers. Okay, the first activity center is a teen number trace center. Again, I print out the direction card on label paper, and I I stick it right onto the bag that I'm going to keep it in. So just to give you an idea, if you haven't seen how I store my activity centers yet. But anyway, what I have here are cards that represent each number. So here's the number 17, and then there's 17 shells there. Here's the number 16, and there's 16 scoops, and so on. And so I have these number trace cards, and basically they can count the number, and then they can use dry erase markers to trace it. I've really been enjoying these washable dry erase markers from Crayola because they have a really thin tip, and so they can trace much more easily than with a big, huge Expo marker. The next activity center is some puzzles that they have to do. So they're going to have to match up. Here they count the dice and they match them up. So that would be 17. And what I would do is I would give them like 3 puzzles at once and mix them up and have them do them. I wouldn't give them the whole stack and mix up the whole stack because that can be a little too much. But give them like 3 at a time and then have them match the tops to the bottom once they count the numbers and match them up. So that's that one. The next activity center is a spin and cover. So it comes with 1, 2, 3 different spinning mats. And what they're going to do, now what I did this time is to make my spinner, I had some spinners from a game we bought, and they come apart and then they go back together. So I decided to just reuse this spinner. So I can, if he's using this spin and cover mat, we'll put the spinner on this one, and when he's using this one, we'll put it on here, and so on, because it can come on and off. So I just figured we'd reuse this one. But you don't have to buy a spinner like this. They do have them on Amazon. They come in little packs. I really like these, but you could just use we've used a paper clip and pencil before, where you just hold the pencil and spin the paper clip, or a brad and like a binder clip also works. So anyway, what they're going to do is they're going to spin, and then whatever it lands on, so it landed on 16, they have to cover up the number 16 on their mat, and they can use any kind of manipulative to cover it up. Here today I have some little finger puppets that he likes to use, and so he's going to find one that makes 16. It looks like 5, 10, 15, 16, and I'm going to cover it up, and then he's just going to keep on going until he's covered up his entire mat. So this mat does 14, 15, and 16. This one does 11, 12, and 13. And this one does 17, 18, and 19. So, okay, this next activity center is called Honey Bear Count and Cover. And what you need for this one is you need some craft sticks, and you need to tape or glue. I like to tape. I just take one little piece of tape and I tape the cards right to the end of the popsicle sticks like so. And then you need some Play-Doh. Now, my son mixed up a whole bunch of Play-Doh the other day, so that's why it's all like this. But hey, we can still use it. He mixed up all the colors. But what they're going to do is they're going to roll out a couple of balls of Play-Doh, and then they're going to take a stick and they're going to count how many numbers. So on this one, it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so this is the number 16. And he's going to take a ball of Play-Doh, and what he's going to do is he's going to put it on the number 16 on the mat, and then he's going to stick his stick right in there. And it should hold it, and they should be able to stand up just like that. And he'll just keep on going. So he'll take another stick. He'll count the number. He'll count the number on there, and then he'll get a ball of Play-Doh and stick it on whatever number it matches until he has all of the numbers covered up with his sticks. Okay, the next one is Popcorn Flip and Count. And it comes with this mat and these number cards that you're going to flip over. And then it has the popcorn pieces. Now you can use the popcorn pieces, or you could even use real popcorn if you wanted to. If you popped a bag of popcorn, that would be fun to use with this activity center as well. But it also comes with the pieces in case you don't have real popcorn that day. And what they're going to do is they're going to flip over a card. So this one is 15, and then they're going to add 15 pieces of popcorn to their mat. So they'll just keep counting until they have filled it all the way up to 15 pieces. So this next one is a train activity center. It's called T Numbers on Track. And what they're going to do is they're going to pick a card, one of the train cards. And so this one's 13, and then they're going to make a train. So they're going to try to find, as you can see here, these ones are all the number words. These ones all have dice, and then these ones have pumpkins. And I've already pulled out all of the ones for number 13, but basically they're just going to match them up. So this is the number 13, and this is the number 13, and this says 13. And then when it's done, they'll make a train for number 13, and then they just can keep going. So now they're going to do 15. So now they'll make a train for number 15, and they have to find a 15 in each one of the piles to make their train. And they're just going to keep going, and I have it for all the teen numbers. So they're going to have all sorts of teen number trains. Okay, so now the next one, this one is robot clip, and so basically they're just going to count the robots on all the cards, and then they're going to clip however many robots are on the card, so they can use these kind of clips. And so here we have 4, 8, 12, and so we're going to clip number 12. Or you could even use a little manipulative instead of using clips. A lot of times I like to let them cover it up with a toy. So here I have those little finger puppets again, and he can cover up his answer with that. And then he can go on to the next card and do the same thing. Okay, this next one are number strip puzzles. I have, how many do I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different number strip puzzles. Maybe there's 6 in there. And all he has to do is look at the number. Okay, so he's got to count the numbers and put them in order. And once he puts them in order, it's going to make a puzzle. So here you see I have to start with 11, and then I have to do 12, and then I need to do 13. And this puzzle is a race car. Let's see, 14, 15. It's a little boy race car and a little girl in her race car. Once I have them all put in order, it'll make a picture. And so there's a handful of those. So they can, once they do this one, they can continue on and do the next one. Okay, the next activity center is called Bubble Trouble. And so it has these little kids blowing bubbles, and there are different numbers on each strip, teen numbers, and then the children have to use a dry erase marker, and they write the number that is missing. So for this one in particular, it would be the number 12. And so there's another way they could actually do this. You could use number manipulatives instead of the dry erase. And so for this one, since the number that was missing was 12, I can use this 12, and he can just set them right on there and then go on to the next one. So here the number that's missing is 14. And so I see right in there, and there's the number 14. So if you have number manipulatives, those are great to use with this as well. These ones are from a Melissa and Doug puzzle. So these were from a number puzzle. This next center works on before and after. So this one is hiking before and after. What they're going to do is they're going to have these cards and then this mat. And they're going to pick a card and put it on the green spot. So you can see there's like one spot in the middle that's darker. These two are white. So they'll put it in the middle, and then they're going to use a dry erase marker and write the number that comes before and after. So so for this one, the number before 18 is 17, and the number after 18 is 19. Okay, and then they would put that one down. They pick another number, they'd erase their numbers here and rewrite the new before and after numbers. This next activity center is called Build It. And what they're going to do is they're going to take one of these cards, there's all different cards here, and they're going to count how many they see on the card. So for this one I see 5, 10, 11, and then they're going to use blocks, or here I have Unifix cubes, to build that number. So I just built the number 11 here, and then once they build it, they're going to stack it right there on the card. So they can use Unifix cubes, blocks, whatever you have to build your number. Legos work. Now the Lego Duplos work well for this too. Then they'll just grab the next card, count, build it. Here they're going to count the how many pencils are in the cups and build it, and they're all going to be teen numbers. Okay, we are down to the very last one. This one is called Safari Time. It comes with number cards and then these 2 cards that have the animals on them. These ones have base 10 blocks and then these ones have dominoes. What they're going to do is they're going to take numbers. I would do 2 at a time, so I would have them take 2 at a time. So here I took the numbers 14 and the number 12. I'm using a pocket chart to do this activity. You definitely don't have to have a pocket chart. You could just do it on the floor or on a desk. But take the numbers, and then you're going to match up the numbers here. Okay, so as you see, I found the 2 cards that make 14, and I put them under 14. And then I found the 2 cards that made 12, and I put them under the 12. So once they've done that, they can take these off, and then they can pick 2 new numbers and try to find the cards that match with those numbers. So that's it, guys. Those are all the activity centers. You can get these if you get my curriculum. I will leave a link below. You can also get all of these activity centers in a separate download. You can just buy Unit 2 by itself. So I will leave that link below as well. So the curriculum link and then Unit 2 by itself, I'll leave both links below. And then I also have an activity center download. So if you just want the activity centers and you don't want the hands-on worksheets and the teacher's guide and all that, you can just buy the activity centers as well. But I will tell you the cheapest way to do it is to buy the full curriculum. You save a lot that way. But whatever way you want to do it is totally fine. Hopefully you will find these engaging and exciting for your kiddos. I can't wait to use them with my kids. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.